more news concerning what Bill Gates is doing. He's pushing his magic corn seeds to bring an end to world hunger. He started diverting his philanthropic endeavors into finding ways to change the Earth's temperature and bring an end to famine. In fact, the Microsoft founder Gates would like to see everyone living off his patent-pending synthetic corn. There is, of course, a clear financial motive to Gates' plan in getting people to consume his food, just as there had been with his COVID investments. And yet again, he's using Africa as a starting point for his latest experiment. What is needed, according to Gates, are magic seeds, quote unquote, that have been genetically engineered to be resistant to hot and dry climates or to grow 3 weeks faster than natural seeds. He says temperature keeps going up. There's no way without innovation to come even close to feeding Africa. I mean, it just does not work, he said. Gateway Pundit reports Gates, who worked secretly to force Biden's Inflation Reduction Act on us, admitted that the seed corn really is not magical, but insists that the seed called drought, TEGO, do have important qualities. Of course, the seeds were not actually magic, but by breeding select varieties of the crop, the researchers believed that they could produce a hybrid maize meaning corn, that would be more resistant to hotter, drier climates. They succeeded widely, Gates wrote. Gates added that his drought, TEGO, drought to go, has a promising track record. Quote, when researchers in Kenya compared plots of this new maize, which they called drought to go, with the old one, they saw that drought to go farms were producing an average of 66% more grain per acre, Gates wrote, and he says the harvest is enough to feed a family of 6 for an entire year, and the family would still have so much surplus maize that they could sell it for about $880, equivalent to 5 months of income for average Kenyan. In fact, many farmers could finally afford to send their kids to school or build new homes once they switched to drought to go. But seeds like this are not being adopted quickly enough, Gates said. And he added, investment in agricultural R&D is still much too small. He says it's critical if we want to get the latest seed technology to farmers as fast as we can. Despite the success of the seeds, though, Gates added that science has to keep working with newer modifications as the environment changes in unpredictable ways. He also added that he suggests that new efforts need to be made to modify crops. He says we need to seed this plant breeding working up, and the one solution is that researchers can call predictive modeling. It's artificial intelligence software that processes the genome sequence of crops along with environmental data, everything from soil samples to satellite imagery, and then conjures up a data-based vision of what farms will need to look like in the future. From this computer model, researchers can identify the optimal plant variety for a particular place, or they can do the reverse, pinpoint the optimal place to grow a specific crop, Gates said. It all sounds wonderful, granted. Who would not welcome ways to help eliminate famine and to improve crop yields? And while a discussion of frankenfoods or genetically modified foods is a whole other world, it's a good idea to look at the science here. Unfortunately, the messenger is the problem, Bill Gates. Savior complex is well known as a serious drawback for anything he proposes. This is by Neam Harris on Newspunch. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.